Welcome to VNT. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. Let's talk tariffs. You might have heard the word tossed around in the news, especially when countries are arguing about trade, but what does it actually mean for you? Why should you care about something that sounds like it belongs in a dusty economics textbook? Tariffs might seem dull, but they're one of the most powerful forces shaping your wallet, whether you realize it or not. Every time you shop for groceries, electronics, or even clothes, tariffs can quietly influence the prices you pay. So, what exactly is a tariff? In simple terms, it's a tax the government puts on goods coming into the country from abroad. Think of it as a toll that foreign products have to pay to cross the border. For example, when a TV made in China lands in Britain, a tariff is the extra fee paid at the border before it can be sold in stores. This fee can be a small percentage or a hefty chunk, depending on the product and the country's trade policy. Importers, the companies bringing in those TVs or avocados or smartphones, don't just absorb that cost. Instead, they pass it on to you, the shopper, by raising the price of the product. That's why your new TV, or even your weekly groceries, might suddenly cost more than you expected. Tariffs can make everyday items more expensive, sometimes without you even realizing why. The idea behind tariffs is to make foreign goods pricier, nudging you to buy local instead. Classic protectionism. Governments hope this will help domestic industries grow and create jobs at home. The government collects the tax, and local businesses are supposed to get a boost, since their products now look more affordable compared to imports. In theory, it sounds like a win-win for the home team, but it's rarely that simple. Tariffs can create headaches for businesses that rely on imported materials, and economists often warn that the costs can ripple through the entire economy. Other countries don't just sit back, they retaliate with their own tariffs, making it harder for our businesses to sell products abroad. Suddenly it's not just about TVs, but cars, food, and even jobs. This tit-for-tat can spiral into a trade war, where everyone pays more, businesses struggle, and global markets get shaky. The effects can be felt far beyond the checkout line. In the end, tariffs are less a clever economic tool and more a global squabble, one that hits your wallet first. They can make budgeting harder for families and add stress to everyday shopping. So, next time you see a price hike at the store, remember, tariffs might be the hidden culprit, quietly shaping the cost of the things you buy every day. Enter Donald Trump, the modern king of tariffs. He claimed countries like China were cheating America, so he slapped tariffs on everything from steel to furniture. The message? Bring jobs back, make America strong. Tariffs became his go-to weapon, even threatening 100% taxes on Chinese goods and new fees for countries buying Russian oil. The White House argued tariffs forced countries to negotiate and brought in vital revenue. But as legal challenges mounted, Trump's team dusted off an old law, Section 232, claiming imports threatened national security. Suddenly, even Swedish armchairs were dangerous. It was a creative, some say desperate way to keep tariffs rolling. The result, a chaotic, aggressive trade policy that left the world guessing, and the legal battles were just beginning. Now the tariff fight has landed in the Supreme Court. The big question, can the president start a trade war without Congress? Businesses and industry groups sued, arguing only Congress can levy taxes. A federal court agreed Trump overstepped, but the tariffs stayed, pending the Supreme Court's decision. The administration says the president needs power to act fast in emergencies. If the court sides with Trump, future presidents could wield tariffs freely. If not, Congress regains control and the tariff wall could crumble. The stakes? The very balance of power in American government. Let's get personal. Tariffs hit you at the checkout. Every time you fill your cart, you're not just paying for groceries, you're also paying for the hidden costs of trade barriers. Those price hikes you notice on everyday essentials? They're often a direct result of tariffs imposed on imported goods, which ripple through the entire supply chain. Businesses pay the import tax, then raise prices on everything from wine to electronics. It's not just luxury items, basic household goods, appliances, and even your favorite snacks can get more expensive. Store owners have little choice but to pass these extra costs on to you, the consumer, just to keep their doors open. Even American-made goods get pricier, since many rely on imported parts. From cars to kitchen appliances, U.S. manufacturers depend on global supply chains. When tariffs raise the cost of those parts, the final products, labeled Made in America, end up costing more too. Planning a home renovation? Imported cabinets and fixtures now cost more. That dream kitchen or bathroom upgrade can quickly become a lot less affordable, as tariffs drive up the price of materials sourced from abroad. The car industry's been rocked. Tariffs on steel, aluminum, and foreign cars mean higher prices for new vehicles. Whether you're buying a family SUV or a fuel-efficient sedan, you'll feel the impact in your monthly payments or the sticker price. Even your smartphone isn't safe. The latest tech gadgets, from phones to laptops, often rely on imported components. Tariffs can make upgrading your devices a lot more expensive than you'd expect. And it's not just about what you buy. Rising prices force families to make tough choices, cutting back on spending, delaying big purchases, or stretching their budgets even thinner. When the US slaps tariffs on China, China retaliates. American farmers and manufacturers lose export markets. Suddenly, crops go unsold and factories slow down, as foreign buyers look elsewhere for cheaper goods. That means lost sales, production cuts, and job losses. Entire communities can feel the effects, as local businesses struggle and workers face layoffs or reduced hours. So while tariffs are sold as pro-American, many workers and businesses are caught in the crossfire. The intended protection can backfire, hurting the very people it's supposed to help. The result? Higher prices, fewer jobs, and a lot of economic pain for ordinary people. It's a chain reaction that touches nearly every aspect of daily life. The trade war isn't just headlines, it's your weekly shop, your next car, your job. It's the choices you make every day, and the opportunities that may no longer be there tomorrow. And it's far from over. As trade tensions continue, the real-world costs keep adding up, shaping the economy and your life in ways you might not even realize. Trump boasts about the billions in tariff revenue, over $213 billion this year alone. It sounds like foreign countries are paying up, but that's not the case. The money comes from American companies importing goods, who then pass the cost to you. For most businesses, absorbing a 25% tax isn't possible. They raise prices. So while the government's pool of cash grows, it's filled by American wallets. Economists call tariffs a clumsy way to raise money. They distort markets and make life more expensive. It's like filling a pool by scooping water from one end and spilling half of it. The government gets richer, but consumers and businesses pay the price. Tariffs aren't a windfall from abroad, they're a hidden tax at home, and the mess they create is hard to clean up. The tariff debate is fierce. Two visions for America's future are colliding in a high-stakes showdown. On one side, there's a call to rally around the flag, to defend American workers and industries at all costs. On the other, a warning that such moves could backfire, harming the very people they aim to protect. Trump's camp sees tariffs as economic self-defense, a shield to protect jobs and industries from what they call unfair foreign competition. They argue that without strong action, American factories will continue to close, and communities will be hollowed out. They point to China's government subsidies and currency manipulation, claiming these tactics tilt the playing field. Tariffs, they say, are a necessary response, a way to level the field and push back against economic aggression. Supporters admit tariffs can mean higher prices at the store, but argue that short-term pain is a price worth paying for the long-term gain of a stronger, more resilient American industry. They believe these sacrifices will ultimately lead to more jobs and a healthier economy. On the other side, critics, economists, business leaders, and consumer advocates call tariffs a blunt weapon that often misses its target. They warn that these policies can do more harm than good, especially for ordinary Americans. They argue tariffs raise costs for families and businesses, making everyday goods more expensive, and putting American exporters at risk of retaliation from trading partners. In today's world, global supply chains are so interconnected that punishing one country often means hurting your own economy. The ripple effects can be unpredictable and severe. Instead of revitalizing industry, critics say tariffs can make U.S. manufacturers less competitive, driving up costs and forcing some businesses to shut their doors for good. Their solution? More global cooperation, stronger trade agreements, and fair rules that everyone follows? Not economic isolation or trade wars. The risk, they warn, is like burning down your own house just to swat a wasp, causing more damage than the original problem ever could. The stakes are nothing less than America's economic future. The choices made now will echo for generations, shaping the nation's prosperity and place in the world. Now, all eyes are on the Supreme Court. If Trump wins, tariffs could become a permanent tool for any president. Expect higher prices and more trade wars. If he loses, Congress regains control, tariffs may fall, and prices could drop. Either way, the decision will reshape global trade, jobs, and America's place in the world. This case has forced a reckoning over free trade versus protectionism. It's exposed the fragility of global supply chains and sparked a national debate. Watch the prices in stores, the health of US manufacturing, and the mood with trading partners. This isn't just legal drama, it's a turning point for the global economy. The world is watching, and the outcome will echo for years. Buckle up, it's going to be a wild ride.